So did you fly any fighter jets or something?
We were two pilots flying, and I remember turning around, and there were enemies there. When I was here the first time in Canada, I lost my job, I lost my health, my car break down. Are you kidding? Everything is happening here. Please, universe, God, give me something. I tell you, a good friend, it helps you a lot. There are two guys, the takers and givers. I'd rather be a giver, I tell you.
Hi, Francisco. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for taking out time. It's a pleasure to have you here. And how are you today?
Oh, it's good. I am very thankful to invite me here to your channel,
Yeah.
to your podcast. And that's good to see you doing these things, It's good that your dreams start coming true, And then it's nice. It's nice to see that happen.
Yeah, I mean, I've initiated the process, but there's a long way to go.
Well, the good thing is now, later on, I can brag that I can say I was on Sahil channel, podcast, when he get famous. So that's, I tell you, it will happen. So I say, well, I was there. So that's good.
I'm sure I'll give you that chance. And so the purpose of today's podcast was to have you on the show so that I can have you in my memories on the show. And I would like to tell my friends that Francisco and I worked together, and Francisco is leaving now for some reasons. And it was a total pleasure working with you. And work won't be the same without you.
Oh, no.
I promise you that. I would look forward to seeing you so much, working with you so much. When I would see you, I would like, okay, my day is going to go fine because Francisco is there.
Okay, thank you very much for that. But I think everybody have that inside, You just have to use it, You use it and you just give. You have to be a giver.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. So, Francisco, we've never talked about your life before Home Depot. And I know that you were in Peruvian Navy. So tell me, where do we start? Tell me, how was it?
Well,
how did you get into it?
Well, I tell you, I think if we go back to everything start with one day my father came to when I was a boy.
Yeah.
My father came with a map, a world map.
Yeah.
And that map was the world with all the airlines routes. And I remember I was 7 or 11 years old, and he went to the house and said, "Who wants this map?" So I said, "Yeah, me." So, and I put that map in front of my desk. And I don't know, with that map there, in a way, he was giving me the vision that to travel. I always was having that, just like I own the world. The world is mine. And I'm still doing that. I still, when any place I go, on my desk in front, I just buy. Can be any cheap map, it doesn't have any fancy, but that map it gives me that I have the world in my hands. And then my ancestors, they were Navy guys.
Okay.
And then say, well, and there's a time that you're going to finish the school, and they say, well, what you're going to do? And this is a pressure. What were you doing to do? And say, well, maybe I would do something by default. I have two options: or be a dentist, like as my father.
Your father was a dentist?
Yeah. So I was looking forward. I was very close with my father, so I was looking to be a dentist. But for the Navy, in the Peruvian Navy, you can apply for the Navy even you didn't finish the secondary. You can get there 1 year before the secondary. So you will basically finish the secondary in the Navy. So when I was 1 year before to finish, all my friends of the school, that was, by the way, was a Navy school, they start talking about that, Navy. I say, well, it sounds interesting. And they say, well, I say, if I don't get there, I will be a dentist. I get there. So I joined the Navy, and that's my start in the Navy. But it's hard to tell what you're going to be, I tell you. Hard to decide.
Yeah.
what you're going to become. It's easy, probably for me. Would be probably easy was to be a dentist because you always see around. If my father was a dentist, probably would be a good dentist. And well, the thing is, I get there in the Navy and enjoying there. You have to enjoy what you have, you know.
What would you do? What would you?
Well, the beginning, well, the first 5 years, like in the Navy Academy, just studying, and sometimes it's not easy. My last year in the Navy Academy, I remember, I was close to quit. I tell you, my last year, I was close to quit. I was rebel, you know. I think I was like a adolescent, you know. I was so rebel. I didn't want to get anything. I just questioning everything. But so they punished me a lot because I know I didn't follow the rules. But 6 months before I graduate, and I was punished in the Navy Academy, my father came to visit me. He said, well, what the heck? What is doing my father here? Normally it doesn't happen that, you know. And talking with my father, I told him, Father, you know what? I don't want this thing. I'm tired of this. But he told me, well, but it's already in 6 months you are done. So then make me think. You know, sometimes you need somebody to give you that word, that talk, that brief talk, and made me think. Say, well, after that, talking to my father, oh my God, I went back I aligned myself, and I finished. But it was good experience because you have also to question. It's not following the orders. You have to question things, you know. And I think that experience was good because I feel that I'm not attached. When you attach too much for a career or something that I have to do my career, you're not yourself. So if they accept me the way I am, it's good. If not, I will get out because the system will kick you out. And then you know there. And then after that, the first 2 years you have to go on board. So I went to a big cruiser. And by the way, when I was a kid, there was a show like a big submarine. They have in that submarine is a lot of compartments, and you get the ladders. Where, for me, that cruiser that I went to work was the same. I was playing a movie there. I was going taking the ladder, go to another compartment. That was fun. And then you know life start going there. 2 years there, and then in that ship there was a big deck. There was a helicopter. Helicopter used to land on that cruiser. So when I saw the pilots going there, and I saw this guy having so much fun, and I was suffering so much on board because I was working in the engineering department. It was so hot, you know. You have to fix things all the time. When I saw these guys, I say, I will want to be one of these guys. I want to enjoy at least life. And that's it. So I joined the aviation Navy there.
So did you fly any fighter jets or something?
No. There was Peruvian aviation Navy is not too big, so we start flying planes, an airplane, a small airplane, you know.
Okay.
And you always struggle when you do your courses. You know, nothing is easy. Nothing is easy that you know. So I struggled there. Well, and then after that, I finished the planes. I went to helicopters. You know, so
Was it fun?
Helicopters is nice. It's nice. The only thing is, normally helicopters, they have to be on board, and somebody's on board. It moves a lot. You know, the warship, it moves. You know. So you get seasick. Seasick. Yeah. So, but it was good. I tell you, I enjoyed because helicopter was fun, and I try to enjoy every time. I try to enjoy what I have, you know. And you make good friends. You have a good bosses. I have good bosses there, you know. That inspire you. You know, you see people that say, "Oh my God, this is good." You have a kind of a guides, you know. It's good. The experience good. I think everything is good. Even the bad is good. So I enjoy so much. But there's a point that you say, well, I have to move on. It is a point in your life. You say, well, okay, that's it. I think it's time.
Before we get into moving on, I want to ask you. You said that you should not be getting attached to a career, and I also made a video a long time back on it that you shouldn't be getting attached to your business or a career too much. So elaborate
Well,
that.
I mean, what happened when you're, for example, you work in the Navy was also is hard, like because if you don't get a job, the job basically is going to be in the Navy. What I say is attachment is that you enjoy, do your things, but don't be afraid to don't be yourself because that career is pushing to another direction. So you have to be, even in your career, you have to be yourself. As long as you're not evil with people.
Like, give an example for that. For not being yourself. When do you not be yourself? How do people in their careers stop being themselves?
Well, I think when you are so afraid to do something and you don't do it. And for example, I always smile, I tell you.
Definitely, yeah.
I always smile, and that's what I am. So, and because I was in the Navy, in the military, I don't have to be stopping smiling because it's not. So I'm being myself all the time.
No, but were you like this? Like how you are now? Jolly, smiling, cheerful, all the time?
I've been like that all my life.
Oh.
Probably one period in my life I was in the dark. At one time, I think when I was in the school, I was feeling I took too serious. I took too serious. I want to be the first guy in the school. And I get there. When I ended that year being the first of the class, but then I say, no way, not again. No. See, I want to study, but enjoy the experience with my companions, because sometimes you get
Competitive?
yeah. Sometimes that you can be competitive, but not to a certain point, because I want to learn. Okay, I do that learn because I want to learn, not to be the first place. It's like when you do something, if you only do it for money, it's not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. If you do it what you want to do, then the money come after that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
But when the money is your target, okay, you get the money, but it's not nothing. It's not fulfilled,
Exactly. That's
know?
yeah.
You see? So I tell you, you have to be yourself. Sometimes it can be hard because you get people like very dense, But I don't care. And if you don't feel like you're in that place, well, you have to move. You got to get out. But normally, you fight back, and they know you, and that's it. Because sometimes when they see you happy, they think that you are dumb or something like that. I tell you. But you can be happy, and you can be also a tiger. Never. You have that tiger. Be brave. Be brave. That's it.
That's good. So, what was your down phase or your dark phase when you were in Navy? Or what's a dark phase of being in Navy? Or
Well, no, I tell you, you stay in a place until you realize that,
you don't want to be there anymore?
or you have to move on.
Yeah.
That you don't want to be there. I think it's probably the more positive way is you have to move on. Because when you say I don't want to be there, it's like telling that you guys you are not good or whatever. Everybody's good, but you have your own universe. You have your own idea, your own that sometimes you say you don't know, but you say, well, it's time to go. Sometimes I tell you, big decisions sometimes are so fast that you cannot even imagine.
Yeah.
It's like a force, like saying, well, Francisco, if you do by yourself, or that force says, well, you're out, or you do by your own, or another force will kick you out. I tell you.
Explain that more.
I tell you. For example, even in a marriage, sometimes you stay there, but sometimes for some reason that marriage you try and didn't go well, and then you're out.
You're out of it.
You're out. But then you say, well, I enjoy it. So far, I enjoy it. it made me grow. Why stay in the same place? Probably it's time to move. So that's something that, sometimes I say, well, now I'm out. And you're out. There's no way out. It's like when I decided to get out of the Navy, then I was out. There's no way back. The same, So sometimes you start fighting something, but you realize that something is not right. And it's a personal thing. You will feel it. I think everybody passed through this. And sometimes you still pushing, and probably it's not the right place. It's not the right person. It's not the right job.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a point that, okay, get out.
Yeah.
Get out, take all your belongings, and get out. But that doesn't mean was bad. No. Everything at the end is good. I tell you. Everything. I enjoy. And if you, it's like Steve Jobs, I think he was telling, you join the dots and you understand what happened in your life. That's true, I tell you.
Yeah.
You put I tell you, everything since I born and when I've been with which people I met, it's just amazing how things at the end get so synchronized.
And start making sense.
Making sense.
Yeah.
And as you say, thanks that happened, made me grow and enjoy the ride. That's it. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, that's right. Like when you see things on a macro level, you understand it more. Same things happened to me. We were talking about the big decisions. So coming to Canada was a big decision, and it happened like that.
See?
After a couple of months, I was here in Canada. And then what happened before Canada was that I had a business in India. It shut down because of COVID. I bought a car with the money that I earned from that business. That car got stolen. I was in a relationship that was like 3-4 years long, and we broke up. And so I was like, everything is gone now.
It's
What
like
do I
a
do?
soap opera. You feel like you're a soap opera. Everybody throwing things to make you probably
Get you somewhere.
yeah. I tell you, this cannot happen. Sometimes I say, well, these things cannot happen. It's like you say all these things, it's interesting because I think everybody went through that. I remember one time when I was here, the first time in Canada, I lost my job, I lost my health, and then suddenly my car break down, the water tank of my house break down. I say, are you kidding? Everything is happening here,
Yeah.
And then I think you have to hold it. It's like crossing a thunderstorm. Hold it. Yeah. Don't change your keep the heading. Hold it, and eventually will pass. I tell you, eventually will pass. But when you realize that, I say somebody's playing a game with me. They say, okay, no. This is somebody joking with me, and then will pass. Then you will laugh about that. I say, well, I think it was not bad. The experience was good. It's good. I passed. It already gone. Yeah. I tell you, that happened even when you work any activity. Any activity. Okay. You decided to change the plug of your house. So you go and then take where's the screwdriver? Oh, well, I don't know where it is. Then you find the screwdriver, probably you don't find the real bit to change it. And go on, and then you don't find this, you don't find that. So then you're like, sometimes things, even the simple things, get complicated. But at the end, you do it. What you count is how persistent you are. Probably that one. Persistent. Keep going. That's it.
Yeah, so it's my fourth podcast today, and most what I heard was 95% of the podcasts die after their third episode.
Okay, you pass already.
I'm past. I'm in 5% now.
No, that's good. That's good. I tell
Trying
you.
to be persistent.
I tell you, I when you show me your podcast, I was so happy, because you see, you are a guy with so much energy and good vibe, and it's nice. It's nice to see good people doing good things, and especially with this, is just sharing things.
Yeah.
Because sharing things to people, like people probably, they want to see good things, good news, good positive things, you know. You know?
But they like more drama, honestly. They like more
Yeah,
fights,
yeah. But
more.
you know, that's for little spirits, you know.
Yeah.
You want, and one thing, you have to be good with yourself. The problem also, you know, good with yourself, be positive, keep that positive. I know sometimes you get the big dramas, but it will pass.
Mm-hmm.
It will pass, and you always think, well, don't get attached to things.
Mm-hmm.
We living when we don't get. There was a song or something like this. We don't get a life from this life.
We don't what?
We don't get a life of this life.
Yeah.
So we want to die, you know, and we'll get attached. Well, you need at least the basic things, you know, but sometimes we get so attached for things.
Yeah.
We don't know, we don't own anything. We don't. We just we borrow things,
Yeah. For some time.
friendship things. Everything is borrowed. So enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we are not. There are two guys, no, the ones who keep everything, and the guys who just
Gives it away.
just own, like, yes, no, the one to grab everything, takers and givers. I'd rather be a giver. I tell you, you feel much better.
You sleep better.
I tell you, the last job that was working, I think, and I read this one. You feel much better when you give than when you get. And the last job I was working with you is a giver job. And I tell you, I was so happy. And I was so happy in that feeling. I think it's true. Be a giver is more pleasure than be a taker. I tell you. Because taker is selfish, it's all about you. The ego is there. But be a giver, you don't care. You don't care about ego, you know? That's it.
No, but while you give also, some people do have that ego with them. Oh, I'm the giver. People do develop that ego when they are.
But he's showing off. You know? Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, everybody enjoy your experience, and also the years make you change. You know, I tell you, I remember reading a few books. You know, I'm not a good reader, but there's some books that changed my life. You know, like Ken Blanchard with a 1 Minute Manager. You know, managing by values. When you start reading that, you know, like, oh my God, you start saying, well, I knew these things, but when you read it, make you think, you know, make you think like, oh my God, I knew this, but I never. When you read it, now makes sense.
Yeah, it brings it to the perspective.
And make more strong. You make more strong because say, well, now, values. Yes, I have my values. So that make me stick with my things. You know? Make you strong. That's if you don't know values, it's done. You can be, it's like a windsock. It will be moving. So that helps also. Read the books. I kinds of that books, you know. It's good. It makes me feel good. I don't know. That's my thing. Probably people that get bored of that. But as long as you're happy, that's good. And you don't do bad things to people. That's it. Enjoy it. Yeah.
My another question to you is, when you're in Navy, how does it feel to be away from your family?
Well, was not too bad. Sometimes, yes. But was not too bad. And you get already set. You have a mindset. Because in the Navy, you're a server. Okay, the same. You're a server, you know. And your country can be now. Was the first position there. It's hard. Because sometimes you have to go to places and fight here, fight there, whatever. And your family is behind. But I think everybody, when you marry a lady, probably she knows already that it's going to happen that. And you have to deal with that. But
I guess it's the woman who would have to deal more, because men are mentally prepared to go there and get into it. And women are, if they want their man's more time, so they might feel.
Yeah, but was not too bad. To be honest, was not too bad. And depends on the ladies too, you know. It's like guys, depends on the guy, depends on the ladies. If somebody love you, it will take the thing the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the package. You have to love this guy. This is his career, and
Yeah, you
you
have to
don't
accept
make.
that.
Yeah, you have to accept that. If you try to change a person what he's doing, it's not good because that's what he's. I was loving that. You know, I enjoying so much. You know, I enjoying and that feeling that you are serving your country. You know, you feel proud. I tell you, you feel proud that
Sure.
you are in a profession that you can die. You can die there. You know, it's not like working in an office that okay, what is the worst thing can happen? I don't know, but it's not
Get fired.
get fired because but you're not dying.
You can actually get fired.
Yeah. And then you get fired. Yeah, so that's a different mindset.
So did you ever get into that such situation where you got into a combat or something?
Well, I used to fly and used to fly to areas that are not friendly, but at that point you don't think. At the beginning, I was thinking. I tell you, yeah. To be honest, because I remember the first time I went to this area, I was thinking we were two pilots flying, and I remember turning around, saw the guy beside me, and then turned to the other side, and I was thinking, what the heck I'm doing here? I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't no other option. I have to go there, and we were going to a canyon, and after that canyon there were enemies there, you know. But then you go there. Thanks God that they didn't kill me, you know.
So what, did they attack or something? Try to
No, we
capture?
just lucky we drop people there, no. But we drop people. Basically, we just drop people. But anything can happen. But you do it. You don't think too much. Yeah, I think the adrenaline is there, and you just do it. You don't think about. If you think about it, you don't join the Navy. You know, you think too much, you will do another thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an adventure. You have to see the age too. I was 20 something, 30 years old. So still, you like all these adventures. It's an adventure, you know. That's the time to prove, you know. The time of the truth, you know. And was good. We just drop troops there. Lucky nothing happened. But that's it. It's like marry. You don't think too much. You don't marry. You just do it. You know. That's it.
Nice. But then, as we were talking about being being with somebody, and then if it doesn't work, you get out of it. How will then the relationship would never last like that? No.
Well, I have two divorces, you know, but I enjoy both. I tell you, I cannot. The thing is to get out in a good mindset. Don't get stuck with any resentments or things like that. It's hard because you know it's a person you love and then it's gone. But nothing is yours. You see, we're talking about attachment. Don't get attached. Enjoy. You have the experience to have somebody. This expression I think is it's better to be in love than never being in love. You see, unless I being in love, I enjoy it, and I still can talk with these persons. You know, no problem. I don't feel anything. I have to say that was a good time, and it's time to move on. You see, I tell like move on. Don't get attached. You know, don't get stuck because then you don't go. It's like no, you have to keep moving. This is life. Keep moving.
But what about the theories that are made of being with one person for all your life?
That's good too. You know, nothing wrong, because that means you are a lucky guy. You have your soulmate. You know, your soulmate. Yeah. Enjoy it, enjoy it. But good for them. I asked, when I was in Home Depot, I was asking, I like to talk, you can tell. And I was asking, when I saw couples, so for me, so nice to see all couples holding
Yeah.
hands. He said, oh
It's always
my
very
God,
nice.
that was my dream. But then again, nothing didn't happen. But I asked, what's the secret, And, well, I think it's love. It's love, It's love, accept each other. And I don't know they how they do it, but if they tell me that's true or not. But I think it's basically, I guess it's just pure love, commitment.
What's pure love? What's
pure love? Pure love.
What is that?
That,
What's your definition of pure love?
when you have pure love, you accept the other person the way it is, That's it. You don't want to change. Probably because if I love somebody and the other person loves me, when you see something better, probably you start changing. Sometimes you're too slow, not fast enough, so the other person get tired. Probably that's what get divorced. But everything is love, I tell you. So if this love there, you will be patient. You will understand. I know it sounds kind of
No, it
sounds
totally-
weird,
It makes sense.
but I think that's the way it is. It's so simple. Why we look more deeper? I think it's just pure love. So I love the person how it is. I don't expect anything. When I married that person, that was I never complained about changes to make changes. No, when I married that person, that was the picture. I don't say I marry you and this is what I want there. I marry you this way, but I want you to become this. No, I love the way you are. Like Barry White, this is a song. I love the way you are. Okay, that's it. I love the way you are. And I tell you, and the other thing is you also trying to push that person to go always up. Don't bring the person down. We don't, don't bring persons down. Push the people up, Don't bring the person down, the people down. No. So that's what I think, And probably that was good enough. The third will be probably a better experience. Will be the third, fourth, whatever. I will enjoy the experience anyway,
Yeah, that's what has been happening to me.
Yeah.
Getting into relationships and not working out.
That's okay, but at least you enjoy it.
Yeah, of course.
You learn something, And then sometimes we forget to,
A lot of learnings.
I think it's you forget things, but that's okay.
Then you learn
Enjoy because that's all about, Yeah, as long as you are not doing bad things,
You're right that people want to be with somebody. Like, say, I have had experience where the girl wanted to be with me, but then she has a perception of having a guy, which was not me. So she wanted me to be that guy because she had an image. Okay, an ideal guy should be like that. That's why I guess you're right. A lot of relationships fail, and because of movies too. Being Tom Cruise.
Yeah, they sell that. They sell you that you marry, be happy forever.
Yeah, but they don't show the part after when
Well,
they
it's
are
the heart,
also messing up.
I tell you. Yeah, well, it's not easy. It's not easy. I know. It's not easy. And sometimes you learn the hard way. But it's okay. It's okay. We came here to learn. That's it. Enjoy the ride. That's the only thing I can tell you, because you get too deep. Why? If you start torturing yourself, why I'm supposed to do that? No, that's it. It's over. It's like video games. Game over. Okay, game over. Okay, restart with another. Okay, try to get
Level 2,
learn.
level 3.
But you see, the next one will be different.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh no, the next one probably will be totally different.
Yeah.
So I tell you, enjoy it. No expectations, no attachments. And
But it's very difficult to be not attached to the person.
oh yeah,
It's very difficult.
No, you love it. When you love it, I tell you, you love it. But for some reason finish, what can you do? Are we still attached with that person? No, you have to move on. I told you that, it's interesting. Now we talk about love. When I was my first marriage, I was thinking, do I divorce or not? And I was asking for, please, universe, God, give me something, give me what I do. I tell you, this is true. I'm not. I tell you, we get messages, So I went. At that time, I was just not in the Navy. I was flying commercial, and I was at the end of my. Normally, I was flying in the jungle, in the Peruvian jungle, 15 days. So at the end of my tour, I have to send a report to the office. But at that time, was not so popular having a computer. So I have to go to a place where they type my report. So when I was walking to this place, I was thinking about that. I need the answer. I need to know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there, and when I went to this place, there was a big board, and there was a small note just waiting for me. I tell you, I went there, and there was a note. It said, let the bird fly. If she never come back, never was yours.
Mm-hmm.
I read that. I said, well, divorce. That's my answer. I tell you.
But then
this
was
is true.
it on you to decide, or was it on her, and what was happening?
Well, at some point, somebody have to decide. And I think I got the message. I say, I knew that we are not, when it's not good. When things are not going well. It's not like, you don't have to be like a magician or whatever. When things are not good. And then make me think, say, well, that's good. And I tell you, I still love that lady. I love the first. I love the second. I will love the third, the fourth, whatever. I will enjoy my experience. I enjoy it. And that's it. That's it. Thanks to sharing this life with me, and move on. But that was really, that story is true. It's not making up.
I'm sure. I know
And
you don't make up
then
things.
say, well, interesting,
It is interesting.
Yes, life is interesting.
Yeah. Now I feel that it's very difficult to get involved with a person and be with them and plan things with them. Like, you have had long marriages, I have had relationships, and in those relationships you plan things with them. Hey, this is what we're going to do, we'll have that, blah 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 blah, and then it all ends, and then there's another person into your life, not at that time but maybe later. So difficult to move on. I feel it's a little difficult to move on.
You will. You know what? You move on. I tell you, you will.
Eventually, yes.
Yes. What you have to probably now, just focus on your things.
Yeah.
The ladies, love is there. Somebody, imagine this already. Your wife is somewhere. Your wife. When I think it's like in Home Depot. Like in Home Depot. I was thinking all these products are on the shelf. Already have an owner. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Already was thinking all the things there. Already they have an owner. Okay, your wife is somewhere.
Wife or wives.
Whatever happened. the one is in the ones happened. It's already there. Imagine it's in some place.
Yeah.
Probably she didn't know you at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's already there. So this is a lady that is going to be your wife. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be. I tell you, it's there. And it's going to be a time that life will put you together for some reason, and then click. It will come. Maybe now is not your time. Maybe it's time for you to focus on these things.
Exactly.
And you are doing, and this is good because you give something. You are giving. Okay, now you are giving something to people. You're not a taker. You're not taking. You are giving. So you just giving this experience, this conversation, because it's like having a coffee. It's like, I tell you, I'm having a coffee here with your friend, but you're sharing. It's like having somebody there sharing this conversation. You say, well, that's good. Why not? I think, don't take too serious. Be a good person. Nothing is yours. Don't get attached. Love is everything. I tell you, love is everything. Put love in everything you do. I tell you, you can tell when somebody loves something, all your energy. Another thing is, where is your attention? Is your energy. Where is your attention? Is your energy. Yeah. So get your attention in good things. Don't get stuck in bad things. It's not easy, but eventually it will happen.
Yeah, that were 5 lessons by Francisco.
I don't know. It's just you
Life lessons.
yeah, no, and a good friend help you. I tell you, a good friend, it helps you a lot. After my first divorce, I have a good female friend that she healed my wounds. I tell you right away. So that there's sometimes there are thoughts, paradigms, paradigms in English,
Yeah.
paradigms,
Paradigms?
what is that? Like things that you think, but that's it, You just get stuck with that. Okay.
Good to know that. Thank you so much, Francisco. Whenever I'm going to miss you, I'm going to watch our conversation. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation, because I wasn't sure when I'm going to meet you. If you come back to Canada, I would be happy to see you, meet you, and chill with you.
Okay, no, probably will come back, Yeah, because Canada also is my country, So it's my home too, And this second time I came here, I enjoy so much. I tell you, thanks God that I have this experience, and I met people like you, and so many beautiful people.
Yeah.
So, thanks for the experience, Yes.
Thank you. And I wish you luck for your future journey to Italy and to Spain and everywhere you're going.
Yes.
So all the best and take care.
You too.
Thank
All the
you.
best for you.